Do you have your shirt on?
Last I checked, I did, yes. Why?
Do you have your shirt on?
Wet Reds Radio, episode 1, 14 questions with EP01.
Hello Reds fans and hopefully non-Reds fans alike, this is CJB, happy to be kicking off the first edition of Whack Reds Radio. I'm here with Mike, our producer.
Hey, it's me.
And we're going to kick this off with a segment called 14 Questions. And the objective here is to, in a nutshell, ask 14 questions. First of all, I'd like you to pitch this to me. What gave you the inspiration for Whack Reds? And I'll get a little more in depth here. I know that you're an avid Reds fan. Honestly, it's about time this collaboration happened. What gave you the inspiration for this?
Well, I obviously am an avid Reds fan, if you can't tell.
Shocking.
Past few years, I've been spending a lot of time researching the Reds, stuff like that on, Red Reporter, Red Leg Nation, OMG Reds. I don't know whatever happened to Reds Rocket, but that was a good site. Hopefully they're going to start back up this year.
Hopefully.
But I spend a lot of time researching those sites, getting my Reds fix, and I figured, why not sit here, put those links up for everybody else. I'm handpicking them. You know what I mean? Get your daily dose.
Yep.
So get on there, check them out.
Yeah, and it's been very informative. I like the way the site's coming together with all this information and the ideas that you're throwing out for the Reds.
It's all Reds all the time.
All Reds all the time. So Chapman, this has been the topic, the discussion of spring training, and to be honest, for the couple months before that, since we knew he was coming up from Cuba, so he's having back spasms. Could this be signs of trouble, or is this just a minor speed bump on the road? How do you feel about this?
I think it's just a minor speed bump. Everything I've read, Dusty, Brian Price, they've all said that it's something normal that happens in spring training. They're going to hold him back a little bit. He probably won't make his start come opening day. A lot of people projected, including myself, that he would be the fifth starter. But I think it's going to open the door for, Mike Leake, Travis Wood, obvious candidates, the younger guys, Matt Maloney, Justin Lair, might make it, who knows. But it's just a minor setback for Chapman. He has a clause in his contract that I think if he's called up sometime before May, something about his contract changes after the year 2012. I don't know all the details, but either way, the Reds got him locked up for 6 years.
And you really hate to see this happen, but to be totally honest, he's come up from a totally different ball game. Every pun intended there. This is the big leagues now, and he's facing world-class hitters again, but he's actually in the spotlight and not just representing Cuba, but just representing himself as a young pitcher coming up into this league with a very, very bright future if you've seen anything from the Classic.
Absolutely, and he's got Johnny Cueto, Homer Bailey, guys that went through what he went through. He's got to learn a whole new language. He's never lived or been in America. He's never even heard of Cincinnati before they signed him. I just heard he got his Social Security the other day, so he's on the right track. His back's going to be fine. I don't think we'll see him in the fifth spot role, but we'll see him sure enough.
Definitely. Looking forward to that. What I'm also looking forward to is your first grill out of the season. They're usually phenomenal. What's on the menu?
Oh, grilling out. It's about that time. Gotta go with steaks. They're easy. You throw them on there. Some A1 sauce, baby. Goes down.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta give my man Brantley a shout out, man. All the rib talking he does makes me want to throw some on there, too. So.
Pork and chicken.
But I'm a steak guy.
Pork and chicken.
You're gonna eat all this?
So do you have your shirt on?
Last I checked, I did. Yes, why?
Well, the boots are just secure. I can't see anything else except for a mic and a table here. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Fifth question here, roughly. Where do you see the Reds at the All-Star break, knowing that usually the past few years it's been kind of a breaking point? They'll either pick it up or they'll drop off.
You know what? I'm going to go out and say the Reds are going to do better the first half than the second half this year. I think we're going to really have to put the pressure on before the All-Star break. And speaking of the All-Star break, I think we might actually see multiple All-Stars.
I hope so.
This year. We might actually get some voted in. I think Griffey was the last one to actually get voted in 07 or something like that.
Yeah.
Guys like Arroyo, Cordero, you name them, they're the default All-Stars. And I think this year we might actually have a couple voted in.
Well, maybe it'd be nice to see
and maybe an All-Star game in the future.
That would be excellent. That would be totally excellent. One of my favorite things about this time of year, not only during the All-Star break, is also the 4th of July, and You know, living in Covington for as long as you have, you know that it's a big part of the festivities around here. I was lucky enough to live back in Newport and have the view, and I always noticed the battle between Covington and Newport with the fireworks.
Yeah.
And hands down, it's been Covington the past few years.
Yeah.
I think Newport's gonna make a comeback and put themselves on the map with some rousy fireworks.
I think they might. I've been to your house a couple times in years past. I'd have to hands down give it to Covington. I'd say the coolest thing about Covington is they shoot them off in the middle of the street. I wouldn't say that's safe, but
They just don't care.
it's entertaining.
It
so.
is definitely good entertainment. Okay, do you see this as a record in average attendance for Great American Ballpark? And mind you, the first year was great, but ever since then it's pretty much consistently dropped as far as average goes. From 29,000 on opening year until last year was the average about 21.
Yeah, that's got to rank pretty low in baseball, even though, you know, we're one of the best baseball cities there is. But I think this year we will see record sales for tickets at the ballpark. Roldis Chapman's going to be up. He's going to put people in seats. Everybody loves to go see Homer Bailey. Cueto, Volquez, everybody likes to see good starting pitching. I think they're going to pull a lot of people out. I think they're going to be in contention most of the year. And guys like Joey Votto, Brandon Phillips, young outfield, Scott Rowland, they're going to put people in seats. I'm going to be there.